So euphorbia is a big family of plants. It is also known as spurge. It has probably 2000 species. And here, I have two varieties. This is the Mediterrarian spurge, and this is tiny Tim or Martini spurge. The difference is that here you can see that under the leaves, they are reddish, and here they are all green. And then in the flower, it's all yellow or green, and here in the flower in the middle, it's reddish. So that's the difference between the two. But there are like so many varieties of this, and this is really hardy plant. This is good for partial sun. You can put it in your garden anywhere, and it is drought tolerant, so you don't have to worry too much about watering it. It is also deer resistant, and it is really easy to propagate. You take the cuttings and just plant them. Maybe first couple of months you have to take care of them, that they don't get too much sun and all, but then they just start to grow. So that's what we are going to do today. We are going to take some cuttings and plant them, and I'll show you the progress. And if you like what you see here, please subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon so that you get notified when a new video is uploaded. Okay, let's get started. It is springtime, so euphorbias are blooming everywhere. So it is hard to find a stem which doesn't have the bloom. But you can see in the back there are few stems there which don't have the bloom. So that's what we want. So we'll cut those and use them for the cuttings. But look at these flowers. They look so beautiful. From one cup, two cups come out and they kind of hang around. It's so unique. Love this flower. So here we have 4 cuttings that I just took out. So first we are going to prepare the cuttings. So we are going to remove all the leaves from the bottom, because that's the part that will go in the soil. So you don't want leaves there. So just remove all the leaves from the bottom. And also cut the really delicate part on the top, because that is really delicate, so it will wilt very quickly. So you want to cut off the top portion also. So just leave a few leaves, and you want to leave a few leaves because they'll keep doing photosynthesis for the cutting. But you don't want to leave too many leaves, because they require a lot of energy, and if you have too many leaves and this stem has no root, so it has no way of generating energy, so then it may not survive. So we are going to do this to all our cuttings. So now our cuttings are ready. So we can just plant them. So here I have, normal general purpose potting soil mix, and this doesn't really need rooting hormone and anything. So just stick about 2 or 3 inches of stem in the soil, and that's it. So this soil has, a lot of perlite for good drainage, some coco peat so that, it retains water, because, the stems need to stay in the moist medium. So with coco peat, it retains the moisture for a long period of time. So now I'm just watering it so that the soil is moist. And then you want to cover it with a plastic bag, because you need to keep the stem in humid conditions. So I put these 4 skewers in this container, and then I'm going to put a clear plastic bag, normal grocery bag on top of it, and just place it loosely there. So what will happen is that whatever water evaporates, it will stay within the bag. So the inside of the bag will be humid, and the stems will stay humid, and that will help in the growth of the roots. And I'm going to put it inside in shade, in indirect light. It's been about 1 month. I have removed the plastic bag now. I don't see any growth, but they are not dying either. So that's a good sign. Now I'm going to put them in partial sun, and as they start to grow, I'll keep you posted. So one thing I forgot to mention, that while for last 1 month, I've been misting inside the bag once in a while so that the stems and the soil kind of stay moist. It's been a few months that we planted these euphorbia cuttings, and as you can tell, that there are four cuttings here and they are all growing very nicely. You can see fresh growth in all of them. Amazing. Normally you don't get such a good survival rate, but here, all the four cuttings survived, so that's really good. And it's in the middle of summers now, and hopefully they'll just keep growing. And they're not going to bloom this year because they are too young, but we have to just wait for the next season, and hopefully they'll bloom at that time. So this is early spring right now. It is February, and the cuttings have survived the winters. They were sitting inside. I just didn't want to take any chance. And now the weather is getting slightly milder, so I have moved them outside, and they look pretty healthy to me. And one of the stem is growing really tall. And let's see, in next 2 months if this is going to bloom or not. So few more months have passed and it's almost 1 year now, and you can see that our cuttings have started blooming now. So, this stem for some reason was growing really fast, and I didn't want to trim it because I wanted to see the flowers. And sure enough, beautiful flowers have come out of this. And those are still tiny, so maybe they will bloom next year. So, but it is very straightforward. This is really hardy plant. You just take the cuttings and plant them and just take care of them, and they start to grow very fast. They like partial sun. And again, you have to see how they thrive in your environment, but they definitely like sun and they are drought tolerant, so that is good. And the main thing is that these flowers bloom for a long time. So, and very low maintenance plant. So, once they finish blooming, we need to just trim off this shoot and then new shoots will come out. And I'm going to make another video for that, but for now, just wanted to show you the progress, and I'm really happy with the results here. And now I am also going to plant it in the ground and let it thrive there. And it is so easy to make new plants that once you have one plant, you can just keep taking cuttings and make new plants out of it. So I hope this video was useful to you. If you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share it with your friends and family. And I'll see you next time. Happy gardening. Bye.